Alright, so I'm here at the community building, or the old library. This was my library when I was a kid. Several of you were in this library before the library moved out of town. Really significant historical building here in Monticello. So I'm going to kind of show you how to kind of make some measurements, add some things to your sketch so you can get this floor plan. I don't have a tape measure on me, so I'm just kind of going to use some ideas of measurement and my stride. So as I take a step, I have about 3-foot stride. So I'm just going to kind of count my paces off to get an idea of the overall length of this building. So follow along with me as I walk, and I'm going to walk and count at the same time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so I counted off 51 steps along this side. So 51 steps, again, my stride's about 3 feet. So that means that roughly we're about 153 feet from front to back on this building. Now I'm going to head down the other way as well. Alright, here I come out to 31. So I'll mark that down, 31 stride. So 31 times 3, that's 93 feet. So this building's roughly 93 feet by 153 feet. A couple of other things, as I look down the side of this building, there's an inset in there, so it's not a solid wall all the way down. So I'm going to count off the steps of this and count that inset to see how much that is. So follow me. All right, so here, if you come on around here, I'm at 19. So you can see that 19 insets to here. Walk down, I can kind of, we know the rest of this length because we counted that off on the other side, but I also want to know how much that is on the inside there too. So just as a rough estimate, that is 4, so we're looking at about 12 feet right there. And again, as I go, just using my footsteps, kind of marking all of these around and getting an idea so I can then come back and do my calculations. We're going to go back around to the front. Remember that circular structure, which is an important part of the architecture of this building, that tower. We're going to go see what the diameter of that particular, in this case, it won't really be the diameter that I'm looking at. I'm actually going to look at the perimeter, and then we can kind of, or the circumference, and then we can kind of get some other information off of that circumference. Remember walking around the perimeter. So I had 14 strides Now, that's not the full circle, but if you look, we're about 75% of that, so we're going to have to do some math to kind of figure that out. But we'll get some pretty close approximations just by doing this and counting our feet as we walk around. So.
It is, and it's